Hey gang, Jesse here. I want to have another video for you about check engine lights and exactly what they do. So in my earlier video, I explained a little bit about how a check engine light works and how basically it's the daycare operator, and it watches over all the systems to see what's going on. So true story, last week we had a Ford pickup in here and it had a check engine light on. One of the things that I noticed as I test drove this vehicle is as I drove it, then the check engine light would start flashing. Whenever a check engine light starts flashing, it instantly tells me that I've got a misfire going on. We hooked the scanner up to it. We was able to determine that it indeed did have a misfire, multiple misfires from multiple cylinders. So we changed the spark plugs and did a tune-up on it. What that then did is it allowed us to clear the check engine light for the spark plugs and for the misfires. The customer actually brought it to us for a different concern. He had a concern about his transmission. He felt like there was an issue going on with his transmission. We was unable to duplicate the issue with his transmission. We was unable to retrieve any transmission codes. The only thing we was able to pull at all in the codes was the misfires. Those misfires were so prominent that was the only thing that would show up on the computer. After that we handled that and we got the tune-up handled, we was actually able to retest. The computer then did a separate scan, and then it was able to notice some of those less pressing problems. We was then able to retrieve some transmission codes. We was able to retrieve some other codes too that was actually just less pertinent than the misfire codes. So whichever code that you have that is causing the most problems, or the computer deems as having the highest priority, that will be the code that will show up more often than not. There could be other codes related, but sometimes the problem actually has to be corrected before you'll see the whole big picture of what exactly is going on. As it turned out, there was actually a TSB. There was actually a lot of different things happening with the transmission that was able to get resolved, but we couldn't tell that until we handled the bigger problem first. So that's a little bit more about how check engine lights work. I'll catch you in the next video.